Episode of the Everblack Podcast is brought to you by Deathwish, Hotrods and Kustoms. Check out their Instagram for all their new t-shirts, caps, beanies, cups, and the all-new Atomic Death lineup.
I would say I like your background. It looks very professional, and it looks like you're used to doing live streams or something.
This is my, well, it's my little studio here, but it's also my nerd room. It's where I've got my collection of stuff that, you know.
Yeah, I can see the action figures there.
Yeah, but
is that Star Wars?
Well, there's Star Wars up here. There's He-Man. Yeah. There's like a whole bunch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an old dude.
That's awesome.
So I'm like that 40-year-old virgin, but has kids. Yeah.
Without being a virgin. That's perfect.
Yeah, I know.
That's not a bad life.
That's it. I mean, it's a miracle, really. You know, well, it's a miracle that my wife sleeps in the same bed as me. But anyway,
I feel the same way, you know, in my life.
I like that. Well, what do you got there? You got some, I mean, you've got like H.E.A.T up there. Obviously, you've got some
that's H.E.A.T, and this is a signature and a pick from the songwriter and singer of Roxette, and this is my first platinum album, and this is a picture of me and Ozzy, and this is my Grammy nomination certificate. And this is the poster from when I did We Will Rock You in high school. So that's actually me jumping when I'm like 17 or 18.
Dude, that's like, it's like I've got all this stuff going on here and you've just got like bam, 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 bam. It's like
this is my narcissistic wall here.
No,
it just makes me feel good.
Dude, that's like a whole, like they're not just achievements, they're like what most people would call kicking goals, mate. That's fucking you know?
Yeah, thank you. No, yeah, I'm privileged.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome. But my name's Nev. Anyway, Eric, it's great to have you on the show, brother.
Thanks for having me. Such a pleasure.
Yeah. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, man. I mean, you've done so much stuff. But first, I wanted to ask you, how you going? Because I saw that on your Instagram you posted that it was like 1 year recently.
Yeah, 1 year. So 1 year since I did my transplantation, and 18 months ago I was diagnosed with leukemia. So, but I got my test results back yesterday which according to the plan is actually my last bone marrow examination, and I have 100% healthy cells in my body.
Bro.
So that's good. That feels amazing. And obviously, you know, I still have a few things to recover, you know, regain my strength and some weight. But I feel like I feel great. I have a man cold today. So that's horrible. You know what it's like. But it could be so much worse.
Yeah, dude. Like I had a work colleague go through something similar last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
So it's, you know, it's he's just in the clear too, man. So, you know,
that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, congratulations to you and your friend. That's amazing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing all right because I mean, holy shit, dude. Let's dive into it. This Skid Row album, it's oh, man, I'm lucky enough to hear it. So it's coming out on October 14th, which is a little while ago. It's called The Gang's All Here, and for those lucky, I'm lucky enough to hear it, and the other people I've been talking about that have heard it all say how awesome it is, and it's the hype.
That's so cool, man. That's so that you know, you actually gave me goosebumps. That's so cool. Because I'm still looking at things from a fan perspective. When people tell me I'm the singer of Skid Row, I'm like, am I? You know, it's like when I talk about Skid Row, I say, well, they say, and you know, it's like I'm not really considering myself a part of that entity yet, but I guess I'm just processing it, and it's I joined 6 months ago. So when you say that you like the Skid Row album that I'm singing on, that's just incredible to me.
It's legit one of the best Skid Row albums. It's
wow,
man,
cool, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but I'm not the only one saying that. As I said, like there's other guys that have heard it in the industry as well, and everyone's buzzing about it, dude. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So to everyone that hasn't heard it yet, but you'll get your chance. But
yeah, I mean, just 2 months or so.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it. Go pre-order it, everyone. It's incredible. But I mean, your musical journey, as you can see on the wall, has been legendary. From winning Idol to joining H.E.A.T to now fronting Skid Row, which is just incredible. I'm sure you've told the story a million times, and I'm sorry I've got to ask, but how'd you jump on board with Skid Row?
So yeah, like I was saying, I just did my bone marrow transplantation a year ago. So 6 months after my transplantation. Well, let's start at the hospital. When I was at the hospital and I wasn't really sure what was happening and what would happen, I told myself that if I make it out of here alive, I will sing for the rest of my life. Because I left my former band H.E.A.T because I wanted to try new things in life. But I realized that, hey, I was kind of like moving towards a different path in another direction. And I just realized I have to sing. So I still didn't have any hair, basically. And I was just, I have to sing. I'm not really sure how or in what constellation, but I'm going to figure something out. And then Rachel contacted me on Instagram. And it was like, hey, man, are you up for a Zoom call? Yeah, sure. So, and he goes, we need something to fill in for our singer for a couple of shows. Can you do it? And I was like, well, I actually have to ask my doctors because I'm not really sure. Because when you do a transplantation, all the blood values are pretty, it takes some time to recover. Your immune system is not really, you're pretty much resetting your immune system. So you can easily get an infection. And so I just had to ask my doctors, and they were like, well, in March, end of March, you should be good. So I told him, and he was like, okay, cool. I'll get back to you soon. And then a couple of days later, he sent me The Gang's All Here, the first song, the first single. And I recorded it here in this room. So this is where I did 8 of the songs of the album. So 80% of the album I did in this room. And I think it was kind of like my audition. And I realized that, hey, this might be going somewhere. I was suspicious of where this was going. So I recorded the Gang's All Here within 24 hours, sent it back to the guys, and a couple of days later, I was on a Zoom call with Snake and Rachel, and they asked me in that Zoom call if I wanted to join the band. And bear in mind, we've never met each other. They don't know me. I don't know them. So they took a big risk here. And I told Rachel, hey, you took a big risk because, they didn't know me. It was like, yeah, but you took 4 risks. Snake, Scotty, Rob, Rachel. So fair enough.
Man.
So that was it. Yeah, that's how it happened. And then a month later, I spent a month here just recording the album. And then a month later, 6 months after my transplantation, I was in Vegas performing with Skid Row, opening for Scorpions, and everything was just so surreal. And it still is. And that was it.
Here we are, dude. Here we are. I mean, what was the vibe for you? I mean, you know, going into that show, I know you hadn't played in a little while as well. Like, were you nervous or how were you feeling?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Yeah, I think I'm pretty ignorant when when I'm about to perform, especially in big shows or big productions, because I'm really focused on the job at hand, on what I'm supposed to do, and so I don't, I'm kind of like an introvert when it comes to those kind of situations. So I'm just focused on myself, uh, as we singers are.
Yes,
But
I'm one.
yeah, yeah. So it wasn't until after the first show that I realized the exposure and attention it got, and that was when I started reflecting, and that's when it got a bit scary, to be honest. What will people think of this, and will I be approved as a new singer? But just when I'm on stage, it's just all about the show, and there's such a great catalog of songs, and I look at it from a fan perspective, and I really want to give the fans what they need, and what they want to hear, and respect the vocals and the songs from that era. But I also want to add my touch to it. So I don't want to go out there and just copy everything. Yeah. So
Do you know?
it's just, yeah. Sorry.
No. You continue. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, because I was going to say, I think what's exciting for everybody is everyone's picking up that you are hungry, if you know what I mean. Like you're passionate, you're hungry, and that's the one thing I hear in this album in your vocals is there's this fire there. It's exciting fire. Like you came to, for business, mate. We've got a saying down here in Australia: didn't come here to fuck spiders. And
mate, good saying.
Yeah, mate, you can steal that one.
Yeah, I will.
But yeah, and that's the thing is your passion and everything comes through this, and I think that's why everyone's embracing you as the new singer. You don't know this.
Yeah, thanks.
You haven't done that, but still.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think it has a lot to do with what I went through last year. It's just, first of all, I'm so happy to be alive.
Yes.
So you get a lot of passion from just waking up and realize, fuck, I could have been dead now, but I get to wake up another day and another one and another one, hopefully. And second of all, I get to wake up in Skid Row as the lead singer of Skid Row. And I told myself that I would just keep singing for the rest of my life. And I'm privileged to do it in this band. So, and I also think there's I'm a bit pissed off about last year. And, there's but it's just that I find some kind of aggression, and I'm it's just like, fuck, I hate what I went through, but it made me stronger, and I'm gonna fucking make this vocal take count if it's the last thing I do. It's just I think I'm just more aware of what I'm here and now, and when I record my vocals, that's the only thing that counts, and I'm not gonna do something. I'm gonna do everything wholeheartedly. Just record it and give it all I've got until I can't do it anymore.
Love it. I love it, dude. And you can, as I said, man, you can hear it all the way through it. Is that a great?
Cool. I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. And yeah, it's I can't say it enough. I'm so privileged to be able to do this and to be alive and to live in a day and age where a disease like this is actually curable.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. But I mean, your voice in general is just incredible, man. It's so powerful. I can hear within it as well. There's like a whole bunch of different influences all blended in, like this little Frankenstein of, you've got your own style, but I hear like little bits and pieces. Like,
yeah.
It's really, really cool. Like, there's some stuff on there I haven't heard singers do in a long time. Like, I don't know if you're a Cornell fan, like early Soundgarden fan. But
well, I'm a fan of his voice, but to be honest, I haven't listened that
yeah,
much to Audioslave or Chris Cornell. But when I hear it, it's like, wow, such a great singer. When I hear a few songs here and there,
man, there was this stuff they used to do like right in the early of his, like that really soaring hot man. When I heard that,
yeah, yeah,
love it. But
oh, that's cool. Yeah, but I mean, I'm influenced by a lot of different, obviously, a lot of rock singers.
yes,
So when I started my first hard rock metal band in high school, this guy, I'm still friends with him. He's actually producing a few of my covers for the YouTube channel. He's a great guitarist, and he introduced me to a lot of the stuff I listen to today. So actually, Skid Row. He introduced me to Skid Row,
cool.
and obviously, I was trying to sing like Sebastian when I was working as a karaoke host, trying to make it in the music industry. You know, I was working long nights, and I'm going to try "I Remember You." I want to hit that high note.
Yeah.
And also Bon Scott, Brian Johnson, Robert Plant, Ian Gillan, Freddie Mercury. You know, I'm trying to. At first, I was just trying to copy all those singers and sing exactly like they did it, but and then eventually I ended up finding myself somewhere in that pool of great singers. So it's cool that you say that you hear the different influences.
I think it's more
because
sorry, I was
yeah,
just
sorry.
yeah, sorry.
No,
I was going to say just to kind of correct myself there. Not so much the singers, but those little techniques in your arsenal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you've got like the weapons, dude. You know what I mean, and you pull them out the right time.
Cool. Yeah, because I mean, when I did October Song, which I think was one of the most challenging songs to sing because you got to keep it very dynamic.
Yep.
And really tell the story. I think that I kind of like you said, I use the different influences at different times. So I took the approach of Ian Gillan in my head on that song, "Child in Time." You know, you can actually hear a similar part in that song, in October Song. It's not the exact same melody, but it's you can hear that I'm using the Ian Gillan mindset.
That's it.
Ian Gillan approach. Yeah. So that's how I like to work. And Hell or High Water, I was like, well, maybe try like a more Brian Johnson approach to this one. You know, and it's so that's how I like to think. So it's pretty cool that you mentioned that, and I've never heard anyone else picking up on that. So
well,
good job.
Thank you. I do what I can. Have I got for another minute or so?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Have you got
Let's
another?
go.
Yeah, cool. But I did want to mention there is another project that you have, a power metal project called New Horizon that is really, really cool, dude. I want to know what's going on with that. I mean, I know you're busy with Skid Row, but
yeah, we're actually trying to figure out how to what to do. Because when we started that project, it was just me and Jonah, my former bandmate of H.E.A.T, and we said that we wanted something just to hang out because we enjoy working together and we're best friends. So we wanted something where we could just release good metal music that we like and do our own thing, and but no strings attached. You know, so we're trying to figure out how to do both things. I mean, he's got H.E.A.T and I got Skid Row, and I'm obviously I want to be 100% focused on the new album of Skid Row, and we couldn't have imagined that Skid Row would come along and ask me to become the singer when we started New Horizon. And Jonah absolutely understands that I have to focus on this now. So, but we have a few great songs that we started working on, and I know Jonah is gonna. He will definitely continue with that project, with or without me as a singer. And there's no hard feelings, but we'll try to make it so that I can keep singing. But you know, it's time, etc. Trying to find the right time and focus.
Yeah, I know it's like juggling a million things, but
yeah, exactly.
You're a little busy. But I would love to hear more of that project as well because I really dig it a lot.
I really enjoy singing that, and I love working with Jonah. So that would be, that's best of both worlds. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't have a good answer for you right now.
That's all right.
That's you know.
I'll be watching.
But I'm being very transparent here.
I love it. But of course, you're going to be coming down to Australia, which is going to be kick ass. December,
yeah,
it is.
Sure.
So, man, like, have you been to Australia before? Is this your first?
I have once in 2014 in Melbourne, and I did an acoustic show. But I was just there for like 4 or 5 days, and then I flew back to Sweden. So I'm really excited to go back to play a few more shows, and with Skid Row, obviously. It feels like even when I was in H.E.A.T, we got a lot of support from Australian fans and followers, and it seems like you guys are really into rock music. And the few days I was there, it felt like Sweden, but with good weather, in a way, so it felt like home in a way. I can't wait to go back there and meet the Skid Row fans for the first time, but also hopefully see a few H.E.A.T fans there.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to get soon too. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're now in September, right?
Yeah, next month. Yeah, with Crazy Leagues.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's cool.
We're getting spoiled, hey. For us being down the arse end of the world, where it's really hard to get to, we're being spoilt at the moment. And I
think that's the only. I mean, why I haven't been there more times is because it's a hell of a journey. And I think we would play there more if it wasn't such a long way or a long trip to get there. But it's really cool, and I'm really looking forward to spend a couple of days there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll be seeing you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
That's great.
Yeah. But in the meantime, brother, thanks so much for hanging out on the show. We're going to have all the links down here. See, it's Friday night. I haven't had any beers yet, man. So the new Skid Row album, The Gangs All Here, is out on October 14. And I'll have all the links down here and the tour dates. Until then, I hope you feel better, man. You actually get out and have
man.
Weekend. So
yeah, I'm going to have a beer as well, but it's only 11 a.m. in the morning here. So I'm going to wait at least an hour.
Mate, nah, treat yourself. I said it was all right. That's an Australian thing to do here, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, go have yourself a beer, man.
I will. It. I'm in my pajamas, so there you go. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
No one knows.
That's the best way to drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man.
Take care, brother.